You want to buy a pair of jeans because you look good in it, or you want to buy a pair of good shoes or a pair of sun goggles, or you want to buy that Apple phone which will look very good. In insurance, what is your best case scenario if you buy insurance? That you never use it.
Hi Yashish, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Pallavi. Nice to join you.
This chat is a part of a series called Rise of India's Digital Economy. And as the name suggests, we are just trying to make sense of all that is happening. So I'd like to start on that very note. As an early founder who tried to digitize a highly offline space, how do you currently look at the overall internet economy of India? What is your lens?
See, I think internet access in India is now almost complete. In the sense, almost everybody has internet access. Now it's more a question of different products, different demands in those products, who can afford what, who wants what, right? So if you really think about it, I think a lot of travel has moved online, a lot of e-commerce has moved online, a lot of insurance has moved online, but that's largely because there is a group of people who are finding it more convenient to do their research online and do their purchases online. And I think bulk of the purchase is happening at a particular segment, which is essentially people with perhaps incomes of 50,000 rupees a month, or maybe even 30,000 rupees a month and above. And this is a large group of people. It's about 300 million people. And that's the group that is able to make, purchases right now. I think below that, it's a lot of the things we talk about which are being purchased are not as much in the group below that.
So Yashish, for any digital business, they basically had to crack trust. They had to make the consumer trust them.
Yeah.
Policy Bazaar, as you enjoy a user base of 100 million people, you have somewhat cracked that. Is there a playbook for digital businesses to follow along?
See, if I talk about Policy Bazaar, we were working in the insurance category. And in insurance, what a customer wants is support at the point of claim. That at the point of claim, will you largely stand the customer's corner and help them get their claim or not? And, in the last few years, Policy Bazaar has, through its efforts, been able to deliver that. Where, for a customer who purchases through Policy Bazaar, the claim support that Policy Bazaar is able to give is of a higher quality than most other mechanisms. And once the customer starts to believe that, and that they believe through your actions, not by you just saying it. So once the actions, you start living up to that trust, then you get the benefit of the sales as well. And that is what we have noticed. As we have started to crack that part, more and more people have started buying. Earlier, people used to only search and buy elsewhere. Now they are searching and buying on the platform. And it's the same for every category, right? Once you say you will deliver something and you're able to deliver it, then people will start trusting you and more people will buy. See, online is more convenient. There is no doubt about it. And these large format platforms are also very reliable because you can go back to somebody and say, look, I did not get this. Yeah. And you have an organization. So you have some comeback. Whereas in many cases, you don't have that.
Another major aspect of any internet businesses of why the next 200 million people who are new to internet are going to sort of trust companies, digital companies, is how they use customer feedback, right? Yeah. So customer satisfaction is the key metric to track here. How should companies look at this customer satisfaction to translate into business coming back, so retaining their customers?
See, I think one of the most important things is to also get your positive feedback customers to speak. Yeah. Because specifically in a category like insurance, see, if you do not have a good experience on claims, you may be 1 out of 10 people, but you're likely to speak louder than the remaining 9 people. And the person who has a good experience almost never speaks because they say, okay, this was expected. It's like, if you get a delivery from Amazon, you say, okay, good, I got my delivery. And if one person does not get it for whatever reason, they will be very unhappy. And they'll make a lot of, so you have to make sure that the people who have a good experience also speak. The service that is very good will start losing its purpose. If people who have a good, so we recently had this program called Insurance Ke Superhero, where we actually had customers come back who have had a good experience. And we hosted them, and they met with the people who sold the policies to them. And for the people, also such an encouraging event when they hear that the policy they sold, which was so hard to sell when you initially sold it, that when the customer is having the situation when their near a dear one died or fell ill, how that claims process was made easy by those people. And this happened just a few days ago, and we rewarded those people. And so I think that's also very important.
In the insurance sector, the government has been sort of trying for the UPI movement of insurance, especially with Bima Trinity. What's your thought on that?
See, I think it's a great thought, and I think see that the difficulty today is how do you get a queue of customers coming in to purchase? See, why does distribution exist in insurance? Because it's very hard to get customers, right? Customers don't wake up in the morning standing in a queue. I want to buy insurance. I want to buy insurance. I'm not getting insurance. That queue doesn't exist. Now, how do you get that queue to exist? By actually making sure that we as an industry stand by our promises. What are our promises? That when a customer has a claim, they will have a seamless experience. Now, whatever we say will not help it. It actually has to happen. And when it happens, the customer will say, yes, I love insurance and I want to buy insurance, right? But usually settling that claim costs money, right? So, and what it means is at the point of the sale, you have to have very good diligence, which implies, that you have to understand the customer very well, etc. So any efforts in doing that is very good. And I think that is the difficulty of the insurance industry, that people sometimes mistake this industry to be like selling jeans or shoes. See, those are desired products. People, you want to buy a pair of jeans because you look good in it. Or you want to buy a pair of good shoes or a pair of sun goggles, or you want to buy that Apple phone which will look very good. In insurance, what is your best case scenario if you buy insurance? That you never use it. Realize that. You pay 10,000 rupees in the hope that you never use that product. Because using that product is not a happy moment. Either you are dead, or you are in a hospital, or you've had a car accident. That is when you use insurance. Now, who wants to have a car accident or go to hospital or die to get paid? Almost nobody. So that is the beauty of this particular product. There is no instant gratification.
Yeah. For people who are building new businesses or expanding or growing on the scale, when we look at the overall internet users in India, very interestingly, 54% of them come from rural markets.
Yes.
While urban is still largely untapped, what is just your thought on opportunities in this rural space?
See, I think people have to understand their customer very specifically.
Okay.
Like we define our customer. At least 25 years of age. Important, huh? We're not selling to millennials. We're not selling to Gen Z. We're selling to people 25 years plus. Secondly, mostly families. So if you don't have a family, there's not much need of buying term insurance. Who are you buying term insurance for? Right? So very important to define your segment. Must have an income of about 30,000 rupees per month. Because if they don't have that, this is a very controversial statement, but what exactly are you protecting? Because it's a financial outcome, right, that you're trying to protect, the disappearance of that, right? And there are lots of schemes and places that can cover you, but and your priorities are different. It is when you have a family, you're about middle class, you're a bit aspirational, but affordability is an issue, and the financial impact. See, this product is also not for the ultra rich, because ultra rich have self insurance. They can afford to go to the most expensive hospital and live, right? And even if the person dies, their family is financially well off, right? It is for that middle class who both needs their kids to do better than them, at the same time wants to make sure that in case a bad event happens, their family does not suffer and does not fall into poverty. And that is the key part, right? So for every person, it's very important to define your segment, because if you don't define your segment, you could get lost. We could be so many times induced into trying to sell to the super rich or trying to go to the bottom of the pyramid. And it's politically incorrect for me to say so, but actually our solution is not for the bottom of the pyramid, because that is where genuinely the government comes in. And there is, at the same time, the risk assessment tools there become very weak. So, and if you try to go there very deep, it's very difficult to control, see, first of all, as the ticket size drops, it's very difficult for you to do due diligence of who is ill, who is already dead, etc., etc. And you open yourself up to a lot of fraud, right? How do you stop a cancer patient from saying they're not a cancer patient and buying health insurance or buying life insurance? How do you do that? Specifically when your ticket size really, really drops low, right? And so that is precise. Now, there is no point hiding and saying, yeah, we will do it. I can also say so. But we have to define our segment. Who will pay? Who can be covered? If you're selling phones, if you're selling jeans, you need to define who you are. There are jeans available at 350 rupees. There are jeans available at 3,000 rupees. You have to define whom your brand is for.
I think that's beautifully put. Thank you so much for being so honest about it.
There is only one way to live. You can't have dishonesty.
For new founders, as someone who has been building digital businesses, do you think there's an interesting problem statement which people are not focusing enough? You want young entrepreneurs that go out, work on this problem.
I am surprised why we don't have much more success in both health tech and ed tech.
Wow.
Because both of them are obvious problems. Education can be delivered digitally. It actually requires very, very low, there's very low advantage to having physical education. Almost everything can be delivered digitally. And yes, you can have meetups once in a while, etc. But I haven't seen very super success in that area yet. And I think a lot of what I would call missed opportunities. And similarly in health tech, I think too many people looking for early exits and not building for the long term. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's not enough capital available for somebody really cracking health tech. I haven't assessed that fully, but I think both of these are huge opportunities that are waiting out there. You've got 1 billion people who are going to have illnesses. We have a $300 billion health, care market. It has to be digitized. Some part of it has to be digitized, right? So I guess, and the same in education, 1 billion people needing education. Why do I say 1 billion people? Because not only just the young need education, even people like me need education. Everybody needs education, and all of it can be delivered digitally. All of it. I don't say part of it, I say all of it can be delivered digitally.
One final question, Yashish. In the founders to come forward, what is that one skill you believe has been missing or needs to be doubled down on? You want every founder to sit and think back that they need to work on this particular skill.
No, I'm not the right person to give that advice, because each founder knows what game they are playing. I know founders who are building an organization for the next 30 years, and I know founders who are building the organization for the next 3 years, and both are correct. I used to earlier have a view that only the former is correct, but that's because I lack a trading mentality. It's not because a trading mentality is bad, right? I have enough friends who have built organizations in 2-3 years and moved on and created 3-4 organizations in 10-12 years. I am on one. It's been 17 years. I'll probably be on one for the next 17 years as well. But I am not in any way endorsing one or the other. Earlier I used to endorse my view. But I don't think it's fair for me to say that's the only view. That is, I have reached the maturity to conclude that that's not the only way. Every way exists.
Excellent. I think this will be my most loved part of the interview. Thank you so much, Yashish, for being so honest.
All right.